Hi, so I'm giving you a quick guided tour of LAMP today. This app is called LAMP, Language Acquisition Through Motor Planning. There's actually a therapy approach to go with that, and what I'll do is I will attach a handout about different options for you to do a little bit more learning about this vocabulary if you're interested, as well as the therapy approach. So, motor planning, what is that? Motor planning is when our body knows how to do something without us really thinking about it. So, for example, if you're typing, you're not necessarily looking at the keys or thinking about which keys you're pressing, you're just kind of pressing them. When you're driving, your body just kind of knows to go in and turn the key without you really needing to look which way your key is going or anything like that. Your feet are pressing those pedals in the car without you really even thinking about it. Those are all examples of motor planning. There's lots and lots of more examples throughout the day. So that's a key component of this app, which means that it's really important as we're going through that each word completes a motor plan. So for example, the word eat is under this apple here, and we'll go eat, and that's one complete word, which is 2 button hits. The more frequently a word is used in the English language, the shorter the motor plan sequence will be. So for example, eat is 2 button hits, but for example, chew is 3 button hits. The other unique thing about this app is the way that it's organized. It's organized less in categories and more in kind of word associations. So we don't go to a specific page for all of the verbs, for example. The verbs might be organized by word association. So when we go into eat, what we'll see is that, yes, that there's lots of foods up here because we eat foods, but there's also an adjective here, hungry. Hungry or hungriest. We have the word eat and all sorts of forms of eat, but we also have words like grow, bite, chew, feed, smell, and taste. We also see here that in the apple, this is like advanced vocabulary, so don't worry about this if you have a emerging communicator, but we see that there's an A right here. So when you go into here for the A's, you'll see anyone, anyhow, anytime, anyway, anymore, anybody, and anything. Whereas if we go into here where we have the E, we'll see everyone, every time, everything, everybody, everywhere. So that's what those little letters are about. Now, some of our students at the beginning will be using this app with something called Vocabulary Builder. So what we do is we create a sort of focused vocabulary list that a student will be learning initially as their starter vocabulary. So don't worry about turning this on and off. If your student is using it, it's probably already on. So I've inputted a list here for one of my students. And so the vocabulary has reduced, as you can see. We'll also go into eat, and we'll see that their favorite foods are here. We have eat, but all of the stuff that was down here has been hidden for now. We also go into snacks, and we see that their favorite snacks are there, but the rest of the page is empty for now. There's also a bunch of stuff in there. This means that when you're adding there's the vocabulary, and then there's the word list. So the vocabulary, there's about, I think, 4,000 words in here. Now the word list is a customized word list where we've kind of decided to focus on specific things. And so I think we have about 50 words here. If you're adding something that's fairly common, like the word apple, for example, you'll probably only need to add it to the word list. If you're adding something that's a little bit more unique, say you need to add somebody whose name is Reiko, that's my name, you're going to need to add it to the vocabulary and then add it to the word list so that you can see it. Now, as long as we're on the topic of names, this system is organized so that the family names are all under here, see how it says all, but there's a little family pictured here. So when you go up here, you have some family names. And then when you want some school people or home team or something like that, what you can do is go into here where it says follow, and then you'll have, this is a home team, for example, and a school team. There's other words in there as well. So as we're adding words, we need to make sure that we're not going in the same spot or something like that. But when you go into edit mode, you'll see that. So this is just a quick rundown of the LAMP vocabulary. One of the best ways to learn this vocabulary is to just play with it. You will learn it as you go along. We often do a word of the week program where we focus on a specific word each week, and we're really, really focused on modeling that word. So for example, we may pick play this week, and everywhere we go, we're going to try to use the word play or the word go, right? So for example, we might be used to using the word go in kind of like a we're going somewhere context, but we might also be able to use the word go as in it goes into something or goes out, it goes on, and that kind of stuff. And so we can really practice saying go and become alert to those communication opportunities. The following week, we're going to add a word. So we might at that point add the word play, and we might start thinking about not only let's play with friends, but let's play some music and that kind of context as well. Sometimes we'll also even pair words. So if we're talking about go, sometimes we'll also talk about stop at the same time. Or we can go in kind of like a word family association kind of way where we're modeling stop, but we're also modeling wait. There's lots of different ways to implement, and let me know what your favorite way is.